full-on summer schedule here. The kids are upstairs playing, so hopefully we get to get some gaming in. We'll be coaching at 1. We're going to try to get some Ahri games in. And we'll see what happens. So far, we should start keeping score about games that we get to play, then games that get trolled, and then games that are actually good. So we have the banned list, and then we play, but we get bullied, and then we have the games. But anyways, we have a plan. Our plan is to not pick the skin. We're gonna play Ahri, but we're gonna do it the way Faker does it, with no skin, no ward, no anything, and see how it goes. Right? We're gonna play a little bit into that narrative. We're gonna support him with the signature and everything, and that's still gonna be in the game. And the moment people realize, they're gonna be like, huh. That's our goal, at least. We're gonna see if we have any kind of different reaction to these things. And we're gonna play some bot lane. This is what Faker came up doing, playing mid bot in Norm's games, believe it or not, which we might actually go and do anyways. A little bit less angst in those, less people that will feel too strongly one way or the other if things aren't going the way they want. But we're going to try to get into the things, the way he plays, what he's doing. Maybe I should have picked Ahri anyways here, or LeBlanc, but Kog'Maw's a lot of fun, is in a really good spot too. We're going to try to limit test I max passive wink. Let's kill Smolder at 1 and 2. Now there's a couple different strategies we can go here, depending on whether or not my team needs poke. Right now I don't have a front line, so if I don't have a front line, I don't want to be the auto-attacking version. I want to be the spellcasting version, and we'll go Dark Harvest. And it looks like we don't have a front line. So here we go. This is what it's going to be. Everything that we do is based around getting extra kills here, and we're going to try to maximize all these bonuses by doing something like this. Now, coup de grace, last stand deals an exceptional amount of extra damage when we're low. We can't always get that. Normally, we're going to be on the poking team, and as the longest range character on the team, this is like what we want to go for. Dark Harvest for the deaths. I mean, we int to kill. I think we int to kill here. We exhaust the pike. No, we exhaust Smolder and we just go in. We'll get heal. I didn't see what this guy typed. This is a little bit of a limit test. Unfortunately, we have Pike, which is the most aggressive laner in the game. We have Karma, who is the best poke support in the game. Best champion, probably levels 1 through 3 overall. And Kog'Maw has a surprising amount of damage. I don't have access to all of it in the kit because we don't have... Oh, you know what? We didn't go Legend Alacrity. Did I screw this up? I think I screwed this up. Not even Alacrity, Legend Haste. Because we're gonna get these 2 kills in the bot lane. We're gonna get those procs immediately, and we're gonna start turning into a poke machine. Jax needs to go Abyssal Mask this game for sure. We'll have to play around from there, but the issue is he's probably not gonna want to because it doesn't give him that many stats for the rest of the fight. And if he's going for split push, then we just don't get access to him anyways. So we'll see how this goes. Kind of a weird comp. Maybe we can use the wall, the Talia wall, as terrain. Is that going to be enough? It's going to be tough. How you guys doing today? What do you think of the skins? What do you think about the concept of the Hall of Legends? You know, let me know in the comments. Woo! Level 178. That's a lot. Add 4 zeros to this, guys. This guy's 1.7 million mastery, just about. I don't think this is 17 million, right? It's about 10,000 points per level. I think it's 11,000 per level once you get to a certain spot. So I think this is a 1.7 million mastery. Either way, we're going to get into the new nomenclature. Level 178, this person is very familiar on their champion. The fact that they're in gold, though, it's probably something they should be doing a little bit differently. We got a couple people who are rocking the no icons. Maybe we'll have to. Oh wait, no, there we go. Hey, there we go. All right, this person also has none. Does this show up? The banner only shows up if I click on it. That's too bad. Game. Game. This has been happening a lot. Like a lot. Does it happen to you guys too? I feel like Vanguard is having some unintended consequences. We got what's her name? Ivy, something from iRobot, the one that starts taking over. It's like, oh, you want to be protected? All right, I'll protect you. I'll just boot you out of game. That way you don't need to worry about it. All right, let's see. What's our build? Dark Seal, Posthumous Death, Doran's, Poke. I think we want to be here. And honestly, you know what? There's probably a build where you can hybridize Kog'Maw, where you can go Jack of all trades. We might have to test that out a little bit later. I'm late, so I can't go for any of these bushes. I can only go where Karma is. We do have, it looks like, decent coverage. This ward, unfortunately, never sees this entrance, so they still could have gotten in here. Just worth pinging that.
Minions have spawned.
Just so you know, I'm filled. No, you're not. I queued mid. Huh? Well, now's not really the time to tell us about it. Alright, we can just go with Harass here. Pike is a little bit too dangerous for Karma. We can let Karma just kind of whittle down some health. It's not that the best all-in spell isn't the W. It's that I don't necessarily want to go for the full all-in here. We're just going to go like this, get some more poke down. Didn't go Comet though, maybe could have, but we really want to get this Dark Harvest stacking up. Gonna use one to poke into the other. Got my Dark Harvest proc. Now we get our 1 point into W for the all-in. And we can continue to poke this guy out. Now, when you're playing against Dark Harvest, you always want to use your heals first, right? Get them out early. No reason to start letting the other team get into Dark Harvest proc territory. I could probably have gotten an extra auto attack off there. Oh, did I miss? All right. A little bit of cover fire. We'll be all right. Now, the question's going to be, do we want to go for like a Manamune type build and use that so that we have some amount of hybridized damage? Guys just giving us extra stacks. Got the Master E coming. Gonna start hitting him. Give this guy the field. By the way, notice that where I cast that, I wanted to zone them out. This, if they freeze it, it's going to take them a ton of health, and it's going to take a lot of time to try to get in this position, so we're just going to skip over it. Now, I could go for something less jazzy, but we're going to go jazzy here. We're going to go Dark Seal and start poking them out. And we're going to go straight into burning items. We're going to go into poke. We're going to go with Fire Mage Kog'Maw. They didn't hold this wave enough. They could have done a little bit better. So this will be coming out. And now this Smolder is in a bit of a pickle here. This guy's on 3 camps, so we want to keep track of that next time we see him. We can have some sort of idea of what he probably did. Talia was able to get out and get some of these camps for herself. It looks like she got the 4 right there. Now this spell, just like Faker's, all right, look at this. Mana cost goes up. The cooldown does not change, and it's 15 more. So that is absolutely a spell that you want to hold on to. And you want to upgrade as you cast it so that you get the lower mana cost. And this is a big difference for a champion like Kog'Maw, who has not the highest mana pool in the world. And you want to set yourself up for the moment when you do want to cast. All right, so here we go. We're going to prime these things. I do want these casters to die when I cast my E, because I do want this wave to come back out. But I want to do it under my terms. So I level it up as I go. Gets a little bit higher of effect, makes it so that I'm going to be able to two-shot the back line. And now we're going to rubber band the wave. I don't want to hold this freeze. I want to actually use my level advantage. We got to level Q there. Pike on the roam with the wave pushing out is actually super dangerous. So Smolder gets zoned out here. No reason to let him have anything. Deny him all CS. Make the Pike come back to lane, and when the Pike comes back in, we all in. Try to go for the last frame possible. You want the auto attacks that are going to connect for the lethal damage to already be in the air, so that you've... Oh boy. I'm just going for the Dark Harvest proc here. Okay, we got Smolder Flash. And actually, this caused our, by going this AP build right now, this early, it does mean that we are lower on total output damage. The AD over time in these low levels is definitely where you get the most source of damage. So that's the reason why sometimes you want to go with this Man Immune idea. If she has Mantra Q, she wins this. Alright, now this is a tough lane. Yi has to help them push this out, and he's not going to be in time. So this is actually cursed. This Mastery is making a huge, huge mistake for his team. So now we're going to go up and collect this Dark Harvest proc, while also maintaining a freeze. He thinks that we have vision in the wrong spot. Now that one I actually shouldn't have leveled up. I should have kept it at 2, and I shouldn't have cast it again or I should have left it there so that I could cast it again if I needed to and still get the lower bonus. There's no reason for me to have that higher level. But you can see right now that the experience, despite us being down 2 ganks in bot lane, we're still up a significant amount of experience. Like, I'm level 5 already, and this guy's basing with a wave stuck to me. I'm going to be 6 while he's 4. This is what it means to manipulate the lanes in a favorable way. I'm gonna go get a ward down there while we have a moment. Want it way up here. Could have gone a little bit further, actually. Cannon's dead. Now we're plus another cannon, and we are literally going to be hitting 6. We just poke whenever we can. Karma should go continue this poke. Need to bring the wave back. This is why I want her out in front, so she can zone for the wave, so we can like literally let it sit out here. All right, I can block for a little bit, and we're good. This guy should not be hitting these things, right? Like, use these procs on the actual enemy champion. Oh, thought we were gonna hit there. Smolder is completely zoned out of this game. Despite being 1-0-1, look how far behind they are. I don't know why I did that. That was way too overeager. I'm trading my flash for some of their HP. It's not even good. Here we go. That's the kill. Not quite. Found our man. Dark Harvest. Oh, why is she dying? That doesn't make very much sense. Now they get to break this. That is the worst of all worlds. All right, this is going to be our power trough since we're in caster mode. Maybe it's worth waiting till you get further into the build to swap, but this is usually the spot where I want to be into AP anyways. I just want to turn it into a caster, shove the lane. This guy's 3-0 and 1. I feel like we've been doing an okay job. We just need to wall this guy off. The guy shouldn't even be doing. Come on, ult. Just go ult. Just go ult. Talia, ult. You're too late. Go, 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 go. Pike is gone. We get to push this up. Engage on this 100%. What is that guy doing there? That was ridiculous. Make it look like I'm coming this way, but I'm really going this way. Make it till he turns. Ooh, nice play by him to turn around. Most people walk in and they think they're completely stuck. Maybe I did just over aim it. I just need help pushing this. Have to leave. I can't offer anything to these guys, unfortunately. It was not worth me stepping up there to harass in any way, shape, or form. Risk the Pike deciding to go back on me. Go for the Dark Harvest proc. We'll get it. The guy's 4-1. Despite all the zoning, despite everything, he's also caught up in levels. Karma also went back to bot lane. This should have been them going to mid lane. Hit someone with something. There you go. Oh! That's too bad we couldn't get the kill there. Alright, we're having some fun. Let's see. Hugging this bot wall, by the way. You don't want to stay in range or out of range. Oh, that was fast damage. You be burning, not concerning. So he flashed out there, right? That was flash into Q, and that was Pike ult. This will be down. I'm gonna... Brand does not know about the mid lane swap. He should want it back, though. So we're gonna come straight here, because he wants a recall. Look at his gold. He should have enough, although he did buy this, so maybe he doesn't actually have it. Maybe he's going... Oh, he's not going for Torch. He's going to go for Landry's. Let's see how he does this. Nope, that's wrong. I will help. This is something that happens in gold games. Platinum goes all the way up to diamond, where people will go and they'll say, but why farm? Right? And they get really angsty about like where the gold income's coming from, and you don't realize, like, look at how much we just gained by sharing a little bit of XP. And we just got 2 plates that were otherwise inaccessible to us. This is really good progress, right? Like, look at how much damage you just did to this turret.
Enemy rampage.
Donde están? ¿Dónde están? ¿Dónde están? Are they gonna try to push this tower? Here we go. Let's go, Brand. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Did it without the brand too. The guy decided to take the opportunity to go shove mid. He's like, I don't want my Lucky Charms to be stolen again, so I'm gonna go back to mid lane, where no one can fight me for my Lucky Charms. Here's what it is. Alright, use bot, cast is dead top, so we're completely okay to go push this. And we have enough items now where we one-shot the wave. We can go pick up and want the rest of the turret. We have absolutely no business fighting for this dragon. Cass could be roaming down there right now. We should be going for the Rift Herald. Play on the side of the map that you're strongest on. Oh, hello. That was a, not the best effort. And because Pyke is bottom, that actually means that we get some kills here. So Pyke, congratulations, you got a kill on me, but your team is the worst for wear. Alright, to burn or not to burn? I think we burn. Or we can continue pushing. All things are good. Guy's burning. Congratulations, Pyke. You zoned us off the dragon. That was never the prize. Dead as well. Ooh, almost got after this guy too. Alright, we get the big push off. Let's see, this wave's bouncing out, no need to come to this. No, this wave's also pushing out, no need to come to this, so we're gonna go to mid. We're going to help clean up what's happening coming out of this. We could also pick up some buffs potentially for ourselves, but with them chaining deaths, I think that there's going to be opportunity for fighting here. You know what though? It's too long. It's too far away. That's not where my mouse was. This is not where you go. We don't need you bot lane. I'm turning on the W for that since we're the mage build. We don't have very good auto attacks. We don't have the Nashor's Tooth. All right, so this is pushed out as far as it needs to be, but 4 people are on the map, so we're good to push here. 5 now, so we're good. We get to use our 6 stacks. We're going to push this wave. We're also going to go intercept this wave coming up. Now we have enough for the second burn item. We have this. We're going to go... Is this push till a dead angle? Might be pushed till dead. This is a lot of gold that's going to go into our pockets. They are resetting. They don't have Baron to go get to, and if I die right now, it's not even the end of the world because there's nothing to get. Let's fight. We're even going to put this here. I want to see what they're up to. We're just going to clear the wave here. Because that's what we do. We are the poke squad. Looks like we're gonna have to go pick this up. This buff is here for 30 seconds, so not the end of the world. Gonna teach Smolder what it's like to breathe fire. I don't know what I'm doing here. This was ridiculous. This was me tilting over there not being a ward in the most mandatory spot in the game, and that's my bad decision. There's nothing to gain from that. Do not replicate. But we do want this. And part of this does come down to me having that death right there, right? They get to walk up, they get to take control of the map. So that is the big downside over the prolonged stay. Probably could have just gone along with not doing any of that. There's our big siege, though. Unfortunately, Brand is split pushing, which I don't think he understands the mid lane. He said he was auto-filled. Maybe we can try to explain it. We have so much burn damage. Skip that, just go straight here, guys. By the way, the reason I don't swap this trinket, and it did get me killed there, right? Because I was trying to place a ward that I'm not allowed to place. Should have gone after the E right there, maybe. Hey, we're not getting the proc here. No. Baron. Ping and ping. Your Brand's teleporting to a wave. Oh my gosh. Hey, it looks like it's gonna work out. Don't fight him though. Don't fight him. This guy. Nope. You're dead. That's their time to hit another spell. Okay, that'll kill him. As long as he has something to heal onto, but he's kind of, you know, letting you do whatever you want to him. What do we do about this? We should probably just swap to the blue trinket. We're gonna go pick up one wave, push it out, go get our Rabadons. We can't go out to that wave. Gonna set up a defensive ward for ourselves. Now they're gonna go kill Baron because that's their prerogative. Am I dead for placing this ward? I might be. Alright, that pulls him off for just a moment. So this ward, the reason why this is so important, look, it will tell me who and how many people are following this wave. So when we're in a position where we're losing, it lets us actually get back to the wave in time and not have to worry about who's there. But unfortunately, we're fighting a little bit for resources. This is the biggest team fight threat here, so we're going to kill Cass. Alright, we need to not get targeted as much. This is on us to die this much. Even with Dark Harvest, 14 stacks at 24 is really good, but it's not that good if we can't use them. They should be building MR, which none of them are, which is, you know, normal for this MMR. Got 3 Leandries against 0 tanks. This one, you know, it will help to burn the monsters down, the dragons of the world and the barons, but we also need to get together to do those. All right, let's swap it up. We'll go here. We'll take on this role for our team. So we need to find a way to react to Brand's macro. Brand is not doing any favors for himself. We just bought an item, so we're gonna let her take it because we're so far away from anything else, right? There's really no pressure, no need to look for anything else. Brand help. Okay, we get some damage here. Maybe should have gone after the E. Definitely should have gone after the E. Oh, we got Jax to clean this up. Oh, he's hitting minions. No, he's good. We'll figure it out. He's got it. Nice job. No. Just end. Okay. We're gonna preemptively buy this. And we'll pick up this wave, we'll set it slow pushing. Where do we want to go? They're gonna want to fight for dragon, so don't have a Talia wall or anything. Nice jump by Jax, a little bit slow, but he could go for a further angle. That's always gonna be tough. We're caught ball watching. So even though they can see you from here, if they're like watching, they won't see you unless you step out on the mini map. They won't see you unless you actually step out of the bush.
Shut down.
There is a world where I have enough wave clear to stop this, but it's going to be tough no matter how I cut it. This way it's guaranteed turnaround, guaranteed pressure. We've got 2 people dead, 3 people pushing, so I'm going to go get this while they're fighting through the super wave. And we have people respawning Jax. It's not the best defender, but it stops them from going any further, right? I stepped forward, reacting to pings, not to try to dodge or anything. No, get out of there, Jax. Get out, get out, get out, get out. This is kind of my protest to the dragon. I don't know. That was just bad again. We can do better than this. Still no MR here. Still no MR. These guys are ridiculous. Guy's just gonna die. He's gonna pick a fight with the Brand. Brand's gonna get all the cooldowns. Now Jax Warwick turns around and ults him, and we'll be here to save the day. All right, we're gonna go push this. All right, here's our chance to get a slow push going. Right, this is going to collide with the next wave. All we need to do is tap and let our waves catch up. And now you see how they're the same size, but it's on our map. This means that we have enough to just kind of sit here and wait for this last hit. Wait for the next wave to catch up. Now I'm going to block, make sure that the cannon does not die, and I'm going to push this wave now to hard shove, because we're going to try to get onto this Baron part of the map. He's super fast. That's my fault. Too close to the wall, obviously. That guy popped. This guy has no MR, negative MR. Try to catch her in an animation. We did it, and we popped the Seraphs. Got her again. Which means that... Got her again, she's dead. Yeah, that's the worst case scenario. That's okay, we'll get some damage on him. We got the Cassiopeia, we got the Pike, we got the Yi. Having some fun with it. We're gonna future-proof ourselves a little bit. A little bit deep, guys, a little bit deep. So what's next? What's next? It's got to be this, right? Actually try to stay alive to use our stacks. We've lost our ratio. We are still over 50% for the game time, but all the deaths making it so we can't really use these that much. Make no mistake about it, it's a tremendous amount of damage coming out, especially when we're in the poking phase. We just need to start actually just poking. So we're going to do this, make sure that they can't engage on us. Our team of 4 mages. He's on it. They are not dilly-dallying. The thing is, we died at any kind of engage from anywhere, so like for me to even step up to this, I need to be so far back and so cautious. We see Pike, alright, that's a fronter number 1 maybe. They're still behind this wave right now. Trying to go from off screen. Hey. I could have probably just one-shot the Pike too, rather than trying to like kite and dodge. Just try to rip him apart like I did last time. You guys got nothing going from him if he doesn't have Edge of Night. What am I doing going up here? That doesn't make any sense. I was playing like I still had Zonias, and even then, that angle is no good, right? We know that they had wards in this area. There's a good chance they had a ward right there, too. This is such a random game. We probably don't need to do anything goofy like this next time. We can just win by steady AD carrying. But still, we need a place to farm on the map that a mid laner will let us move out of. I don't buy what this guy said. I'm gonna check what I'm queued for after this game. If I'm queued for bot mid, then I believe him. But I don't think we did. Well, we did promise we were going to max out on the passive damage, yeah? So at least we're there. They have wards here and here and here. We need wards here and here. Go. Ward. 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 Jesus. Maybe I should say finally. Wrong spell to poke with. Now Warwick's a numbnut who has nothing for his name. Go. Got her? They're rotating past their wards. They've got nothing to show for it. We've got Baron in 24 seconds. That's obviously our play here. Brand and Jax have teleport. Either one of them is going to be fine. Got you. Got you. Got you. I just walked myself into all sorts of ugly damage. I think we did. What a game. This was, let's see, I mean, it would probably be even harder, although we have more standalone threat. So honestly, there's a world where going attack damage and on hit would have more defensive stats and the ability to actually fight 1v1 against some of these people that are coming at me, specifically the Pike and the Warwick, not so much the Yi. Yi won't be so bad as long as we have Talia nearby. Talia Karma, right? Something to land on them as soon as they pop out. As soon as he meditates even.
An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
Guy's inting. Nice. I don't know how to phrase that. Maybe we just need to communicate more to him. Four seconds on Zonia is not enough. I could have gone further to cut more of this wave too. I think we're a little bit doomed here. What if we sell this for something major? Can we get anything major? Cosmic Drive? It's alright. It is what it is. Demoted. Oh my gosh. We're gonna check our rolls. Yeah, we're mid bot. There's no world where we should ever get bot lane if this guy's supported. Now if he picks support mid, then it could happen, and that's not being auto-filled. Right, so that would be something different. Queuing support mid, you usually get support, but you will get mid occasionally. And if this in this game, I don't know, if no one picked bot, if this is the only bot lane that's represented on our 5, then it will put me here. It'll put you in mid, and it'll put the other support player in support, right? So that will make sense. But yeah, we can do a fast 5 review on this. I'll take a quick peek. I'll show you guys what we're talking about. All right, we're going to go through at 4x speed and just go over the basics of mid lane, right? Level up spikes. You're going to try to get to your spikes for your levels. You're going to play towards your jungler. You want to push and reset. You can freeze early in the game. You can't do it in the mid game. And it is your job to take care of side lanes later in the game using your teleport to join into the fight, or that's only if they force a fight. What you ideally want to do is just get the wave back to a state where you want it and be able to control from there. This ward, by the way, does not see this corner, so if they're going in and they're placing a ward here, we wouldn't even know about it. So you want to get this ward further in if you can. Standing here is totally fine. I mean, there is a chance of threat coming around you, and it's an okay spot to hide. And if you're not pushing early for level 1, then there's not really much that you're doing. And then at this point, we're giving Cassiopeia level 2. Really little reason to do that. It means that we're now pinned here, and Yi can have his way with Talia. Yi somehow deciding after getting that kill to not go there. kind of bizarre. Now, hedging over here is okay. You expect Yi to be on that side of the map. Doing an okay job farming right now. Here we go. There's the little WE harass. We probably could have landed a little bit more of it. As the laner, you can always put more points in E. You can do this as support as well to just connect your E more often. It is the harass spell, right? Yeah, like your W is more, but you are going to be casting your E more in laning phase, both with QE and with WE. Alright, so you want to start hedging the side of the lane. This is a huge mistake, right? You just got ganked. Why are you stepping up? And if you're stepping up, you want to make sure that you're away from the side that got ganked. Your team has a ward right here, but this ward doesn't see this angle all the way. Now, another thing you can do if you want to really push the wave, it's going to be QE into the W for max damage. Most often, though, you're just going to be going W onto the backline, casting E at this stage in the game, so that you can one-shot the backline and then work your way on the front line. Now your jungler's on the bot side, so you should be hovering. Sorry, well, bot side. Your jungler was right here, so you want to be hovering that side of the map. Good gank by Pyke. This brand has not been playing against the timers of when these guys are disappearing. Right, we should turn on this right here as well. Right, like what information do you get? Who's dying? Where are they going? This is a very, very encapsulated version of what's going on. This ward, again, doesn't see all the way on the other side. You want to put your control wards a third of the way into the bush so that they can actually see all the way. What ends up happening is they probably lay a ward there. They can see your control ward. They get to choose when to clear it. And right now, as a brand versus a Cassiopeia, unfortunately, we're getting pushed in all day. It should be working the other way around. All-in threat does favor the Cass. You want to make sure that she's always on fire at any moment that she could be stepping up to you and walking at you. You want to have your Q up and you want her to be on fire. Brand pings back, moving over, hedging left. Talia's on his bottom, but he knows that Pyke's over there as well. Good time for a roam right here. Warwick's all the way up. Good job by the brand. That's a good spot. Now, what are we doing, right? So when you push the wave, you always want to have something that you're doing in return. What's next? Push the wave to go do something, not push the wave to just stand there. Always find something, right? Disappear into fog, move into a river. Even if you're just moving into the river and you're stepping right back, you always want to do something else. Again, this guy hasn't learned from his control ward that died last time. This doesn't even see like a quarter of the way into this. Now you don't ping back your AD carry, right? Sharing farm and pushing, this is great. No reason to ping here, no reason to get upset about anything. We get that turret down, that is exactly the best case scenario. Karma should be evacuating mid, and this is Brand's job now. Come over here, just clear this wave in the face of the Smolder. Smolder is now safe enough in the lane that he can skip the threat, and he can just push the wave and go. This is now Brand's job to just push it right back into him. Let's see where Brand paths. Yeah, they're pathing mid again, right? Like this right here shows that we don't know how the game works at all, right? This is so far up just to get a little bit of a push, and now that's your flash for no good reason. And this is the part of the game where from here on out, basically you can wipe everything else out. You have to watch and just go through the view of any pro player. Watch Nemesis, he's very good at this, the fundamentals of mid lane, and just watch where he goes from 14 minutes on in the game. You only cover this lane if your AD carry can't. You try to give your carry this lane, that's because you want the carry and the support to be in mid lane. You go from there. Alright, I can play much better. I can do better than this. Let's try to do it. We were queued as mid bot, so we were worried that we might get some bot spots if we queue this way, but whatever, this is what Faker does, we can do it. We just probably can avoid Dark Harvest, Inting, Kog'Maw. At this level and without a teammate, on comms, it's hard to get people moving along. We had two different windows where we could have had Baron. We had one different window where we could have just split pushed for the end, or sieged, I should say, because we already had the mid inhibitor down. We ended up turning that into nothing. I died very frivolously 3 times. Not that all of them weren't frivolous. There, a better player would survive in each of those spots too. What's up, YouTube? How you doing? I was also against Cass, who intimidates me. Yeah, it's tough if you don't know the matchups at all, which you won't, because if you're not a mid player, then you're not going to know, right? And so you don't know who can do what. Cass is one of the more threatening champions in the game at level 2 if she ever lands the Q on you, then she's going to look to start spamming E. That's why when you're casting your spells, you always want to have a plan for how to use the Q. Essentially, WE together in tandem will push the wave successfully, right? And if you have points in E, you can actually push the whole wave with W on the front line, and then E to proliferate to everywhere else. You can use the W max build to hard shove one section, right? You can just do W, cast the E on the melees, kill them all, and then pick off the other ones. But you always want to have burn on the cast so that if she does decide to counterattack you, if she's not burning and you have 2 spells already on cooldown, then you have a major problem, right? Because you can't stun her. At least what you can do if she starts coming at you, if she's burning, the moment she goes into an animation for a spell, right? So she goes like this, I'm gonna cast my Q. She goes Q, you can respond with Q to the face, and then she either has to flash over it, or that's the end of the play. She hits you once, that's it. You've already pushed the wave. Now she gets hit back by the minions. You end up with an even trade, and then she needs to retreat to recover to the minion wave. But the big thing that you want to take out of this, because this is going to be true no matter what role you play, is where are you moving after 14 minute. I don't think this is up to date, right? This is the old one. Was there another one here that's the new one? I feel like it won't for some reason. Like no one does this stuff. Maybe it's on us to create one. All right, so 14 minutes. The reason why. All right, we can get into the reasons why. The reason why you need your AD carry, all right, which we're going to call the 4 because they're the 4th in the, on the line. 4 and 5 need to be here. You have 1 top lane, you have jungler that's going to be supporting 2 and 3. The reason why you set up like this, and really the 1 and the 3 can move based on whether or not there's a turret here. If there's no turret here, it's much easier for the top laner to go because they have better top lane stats. It's much easier for them to be in a long lane where they can withstand against threat and they can react to it. Right, whereas mages often, especially the immobile mages, can't really split push that well. If you're a Kali, you're going to be okay. If you're an assassin, you're going to be okay in the side lane because your spell burst is so good that any one champion coming up to you is not a problem. If you're 1v2 as an assassin, you do have problems. If you're 1v2 as a fighter, you can still get away. 1v2 as a mage or even 1v1, you're probably going to lose against everyone. That's why the job is to get quickly in and out of the waves, and you're trying to push up to just this part, right? This area is the contested area of the map. This is like, let me change colors. From here to here, this is your safer area, and I would even argue only up to here is the safe area. Really, the contested area is going to be from these bushes to these bushes. This whole area is always going to be contested, and you never want to go up here unless you have a reason. If you see 4 other people on the map, then you can come up here, you can push the wave, but then you go through Fog of War and you try to stay invisible. What this will do is push the wave into their turret, encourage someone from their team to go react. Then you, with numbers, while they're reacting, they're -1 player, then you're +1 player. In this lane, you get to push, and now you know that this is their strong side. This is their strong side, so this is their weak side, and you can take this pressure, get a deep ward right here. Let me go for a different color. You want to get a ward here and a ward here. Now this will cover everything that they go, and if you can do this step again, you're going to move this ward up here. Now you see everything that they could possibly do to get to your side of the map at all times. And with this control, now you can say we own this area and it's ours, all at the price of pushing this one wave once. And this is really what you're trying to get around with mid lane macro. Hopefully that makes sense. All right, let's get on with new game. We've done a couple different Ahri builds. We played, I don't know what, 40 games now on her, trying to find the build that's going to work for us the most. This is something that you want to do before you get into ranked on your champions, but we want to show exactly what Faker tries to accomplish, right? We're going to go with Ghost Portal to try to keep extra lane control. Against anyone that has any sort of lane pressure, like a LeBlanc, we're going to go here and get this. We're also fine to get biscuits to make sure that we stay alive against her, although this one is very tempting as well. Sometimes we go into Taste of Blood against someone that can poke, which I think we're going to do this game. The reason we're gonna KO, I missed it. Talking too much. That's on me. Oh, all right. Well, at least it's exhaust. Let's see. What can we do with exhaust? Not much. We can exhaust Darius, but we should never be in range of Darius. We can try to hit LeBlanc if she dashes in and tries to go for a QRE, and she's exhausted during it. Then at least that will all get mitigated. Fiddlesticks is also potentially a target. Ugh, no good. All right, we have 3 mages on their team. So we're going to be going Merc Treads, playing a little safer prop. Merc Treads versus Banshees. I think we need to go Merc Treads, because the problem with Banshees, it might be a little bit too easy for Fiddlesticks to proc through it. Jumping onto us, right, and just get like single target jump in. LeBlanc can go poke from long distance. She can just turn it off and then rejoin the fight. It's a 30-second cooldown on Banshees, 60 on the Verdant barrier. We've been much more keen to go early on the damage, and we've been performing much better with that. It's also true that we've just been better on Ahri. Let's see if this works. I don't think Control 5 will work. The taunt doesn't work either. No, it's just Ahri's taunt. But I think with Merc Treads we'll have enough to resist what they're trying to get onto us, make sure that we can't just one-shot. We will still have to be pretty careful. It might be an angle where we have to get both of them. I don't like those angles, though. Hinting. Ashe got the CS. Ashe will hit level... We shared it 3 ways. 3 ways is still level 2 on the first wave. I hit 2 on the first. That's all it takes. Just that little bit. Why is Morgana getting into a trading battle here? Bro, that's a Dark Harvest. How did that guy not proc his Dark Harvest? He hit... We lost a potion there too, by the way. Alright, we're gonna focus on me. It might have procced and we just didn't see him. I don't think that that's the case, though. Alright, let's get the push. Auto attack first to make sure that you get the proc from the W. Targeted. Like most things in the game that are random targeting, like Zyro plants and Heimerdinger turrets, if you auto attack anywhere, it'll assist in the damage profile, or in the target acquisition. LeBlanc's going in. We have to get 2 before we can control this fight, but we are 2, and maybe we can get a little bit something back. Can try to block this, but no. Just gonna flash early. He didn't communicate that he wanted to do it. It is a great play. Make no mistake, right? That is a great play. You do want to get in people's faces as Bel'Veth. That's true even more now than before, because they added points to her Q early, but took away later. Was that the change? Anyways, we'll keep an eye. All right, so let's focus on us. Bel'Veth is down. We've got the kill to the Lux, which is not that big of a deal for us. Now, first little trick we're going to do, we want to get out of this position where we are slightly behind on the push. So we're going to cast Q and then level it up as we cast it. That means that it locks in the mana value and the cooldown of the lower level, and then it resolves. When it resolves, it will check what level the spell is. Thought that's what I wanted, but maybe not. We don't have teleport. We can't do our normal tricks. Shoot. Okay, I need to readjust. Bel'Veth having a nice, fast, aggressive plan. Now, Bel'Veth is topside, but so should the Fiddlesticks be. So I need to be a little bit leery. I also have to be careful that I can't really take an aggressive action right now because of their jungler is only inferred information, whereas I see and I know exactly where Bel'Veth is, and it's not in a helpful spot. for me. So I can't even like bait this LeBlanc into making a bad decision. They have perfect information on Belveth, but now that we can try to get a little bit of pressure here. Belveth cannot go for this late invade. Fiddlesticks will be a little bit further behind because of the start, because they had to take some damage on the beginning. Here we go, easy stun, and we hit. Here we go. Got him. Oh, I didn't think I was taking turret aggro. I heard the ding, but I thought I was out in time. My B. Alright, farming wise, let's do it this way. Let's make sure to not die. Could have used a potion there. Potion biscuit would have kept me alive. I just did not think I was in lethal range. Use movement abilities to get back to lane. I don't think we're going to be back in time for the cannon. It's going to be very close. And we missed it. Could have predicted that. All right, so that's a little bit of a test. I want to see like what kind of motions there are. Anytime that you make a bad trade, instead of getting frustrated as like what is a good trade or a bad trade, say, okay, let me learn about their patterns. What do they like to do? That guy likes to dash in and dashes back even when they don't need to. That's the step that they don't need to take. So we can see if we can exploit that later. We also have Lost Chapter versus Merc Treads. So she's going to have enough mana to spam here. I have a little bit better for the all-in. Oh, but she's 6. I'm just dead here. Yep, that's me not paying attention to level up timers. That's bad. Don't copy me. I am thrown completely for whack, apparently. How she got 6? How did she get 6? Because I died and she got the experience. That's what I wasn't calculating. This is going to be 6 auto attacks before this dies. 3 here and 3 here. Do we even have an attack speed rune? Belveth should have a free track here. Alright, so we're going to do the level up trick again here. Cast and then resolve. I'm going to try to block for them. Too risky again. I need to play like I'm the carry and then I'm the only person that matters for this game. We've got plenty of ward coverage on the right, so I'm going to hover right on this lane. I don't have enough for full combos here. I only have enough for 2 spells and not if it's QE. So it's only W plus Q. Now it will be enough to help shove this wave. 1 attack each. It's not level 9 Q yet. That'll help keep us topped off. That gives us some more time here. Get a little first strike bonus before we recall. That one's not mandatory to kill, by the way. You can just walk away from that minion. You don't need to get the extra 14 gold unless it matters for the actual shop that you're picking up. Then don't even bother. All right, we have settled on this being our favored build. So we're going to swap over. Now we're going into mid-game mode. All right, we're going to start going in. The early lane phase is over. We don't need to play it the same way now. It's hard shove the LeBlanc. Don't let her out of lane. We need to continue to keep her pressed up so she can't leave. And if she leaves, that we're able to follow immediately. Now we check, right? We scan the map. What's our best play? We do have plates available, but they're also going to be spamming to protect against this. We also don't know if Fiddlesticks is around this wall, so it's a good time for us to come down. Now we've assessed what the play is. Now we have to communicate what it is, and now we need to effectuate. So we're going to encourage our team to go all the way in. I could have played that manually better. Fiddlesticks was over the wall. They got a little bit ganked upon. Maybe that's on me because I asked this guy for a hawk over the area and he maybe wasn't planning around it. They're very good to start pushing here. Jungler, you're good to push. We liked this one more than the burning. The burning does do a little bit more for your side farming. If you're getting into like a push and then pick up like a raptor spawn, for example, especially if someone like a Nivea, then you really want Deathfire Torch. Let's see if we got this all in. I'm gonna try to make them move towards the Ash slow. Oh, you didn't hit the slow first. All right, but we're gonna get all the grubs. Morgana needs to be careful. We could go over and harass this turret. Could actually help them. Let's see. I'm going to go do this. No, I don't even want to do this. I can bait them to stay here. They think I'm going to greed for this one, and I don't even need to do it. See? Look at all those spells. Now they're wasting all their time here. I still have a control ward, and I haven't lost any tempo mid. Haven't lost any minions or anything, but they've lost significantly, and now they're late for this rotation. That's a little hoodwink that we just pulled off. Looks like they weren't able to get the full answer. Ash didn't pull the trigger on the ultimate. Thought she would be dashing there. It looked like she might have. Now, I went through vision right here. Ooh, even more vision. I don't know what I was trying to get out of this one. That wasn't it. And that's what you can do as Ahri against LeBlanc. You just wait for that, and you just point blank. Alright, we've got our Luden's Companion. Unfortunately, we don't have Teleport, which would be an absolutely fantastic tool to just get behind this bot lane. Now, LeBlanc is leaving. This is why we get to get a free push here. Cannon waves are notoriously hard to push, but once you're a level 7 mage, it's not that big of a deal. Alright, so we get to push this. We can even collect on a plate here. And I don't need to do anything else. This gets the Void Spawn to go. We're going to get a significant chunk of damage here, and this will prep my next wave. It might even take the next one, frankly. And if I didn't have a buy in base, then I might have actually left it. But LeBlanc shows up just in time, clears the wave. And then that one's sitting pretty for me. Next time that I get the same advantage, I'm going to be able to get 2 plates. And I will get that same advantage, alright? You'll watch. So this guy has hubris. So that means he's an immobile AD carry. We're going to target him with everything we've got. see, any more? Yep, they'd put at least a new ward here. Clear that out. Next time we're going to go and shove the top side, clear that one out. Didn't account for it. That's on me. I just said that I wasn't going to go to the bot side again, and I did it. Hubris. Speaking of hubris. So this is the highest damage build. The Sheen is not a great upgrade. It does give you 5 more ability haste, which is nothing, and I'm just favoring that over selling something else for the Ether Wisp. Ashe has her Kraken Slayer, and she's abusing it. Makes sense. I'm going to go help this guy with the Rift Herald. But we, as always, we have to play inside out. Ashe, you can mid. So the only reason I'm coming here, by the way, is just for this Herald. Fiddle has no ult. LeBlanc does, though. It's a nice little play by the Bel'Veth. You can all in there. I should have waited for him to cast. I didn't think that she had it anymore. I was like, all right, if you're not casting it, I'm going to cast it. But ideally, it would be them first. They have the broader one. It forces the LeBlanc to dash in a particular direction. And then once that dash comes in, I'm doing this just to shield for the Void Grubs. Hold your directions. That was more stylish than anything, but it's meant to cause confusion, and lower rank players are going to fall victim to you doing like more seemingly random things. I also could have cast the E and then flashed to reposition myself to get exactly the angle, forcing them to maybe step in a weird way. But we do get a cool kill. Sheen helps with last hits, by the way. That's the one thing that you want to take advantage of when you do have this item. Here, we can press on this. Jhin should not have been allowed to rotate through that spot. Not at all. Team should go and rotate over to this. Ashe can hawkshot. Step away. So this is something that you want to do. When you're side lane and you're uncontested, there's nothing to worry about, right? We know where everyone on the map is. So we're not even going to pay attention. We just want to... Sorry, we don't need to pay attention to ourselves. We can pay attention to them. What are people doing around the map and communicate it to them. No. This is not how you do this. Also, if you want to go in there, make sure you turn on your black shield. Now, Fiddlesticks is visible, Bel'Veth is visible. To them, we have to assume we want them to push this mid wave. Fid is picking up this wave is very good for us. Now, Fiddlesticks cannot ward, right? Only if he has control ward, so we can check for our inventories. We're looking at one item, basically across everyone. The most threatening person on their team is actually the Lux right now. This is exactly how to not play it, but I need to communicate to them that you don't overstep. Under no circumstances do you ever step up into that guy's range, which is something I was guilty of, right? So it happens to everybody. Good. That's all we cared about was supporting this guy on that play. Proc your Sheen as much as you can. Now we can go into their jungle and invade because we've got up numbers. We can take over this entire quadrant. We can go for deep wards. We're going to try to communicate this to the support, make sure that they understand exactly what we can do. This right here, unfortunately, this combination of wards, it is fine. It's fine. We're not even going to commentate on it. All right, now we have to get out. No, no, no. We can't overstay. So this is the part where we can't blame them for... No, get out. Out, out, out. We did it. We did our work. This guy kind of still in a super dangerous spot. But like, it does no good if we can't communicate to them exactly what we're trying to do. Now I see him trying to set a trap, and you know, congrats, it worked. Morgana's a hard counter to LeBlanc, so you know we can anticipate maybe plays like that. But it's so dangerous if any amount of people. Fiddlesticks just ulted. No, was it the fake? That looked like the real thing because it turned around. The other one wouldn't be doing that. I have to be careful of this. We need a hawk shot from Ashe to go a little bit deeper than this. This was just aimed at Baron, and we should want it. We're going to hover right because right is where we're strong side, right? We have these wards. We know that there's no one coming this way, so we don't need to be contentious. We don't need to worry about anything. Actually, maybe we should have blocked that. Now that we have this pushed up, this is where that ward would be. And now we can move in as a team. Although this is slightly not ideal. We need Bel'Veth to come with us, and also I shouldn't be the one fronting. We have a black shield nearby, at least. Now we just push mid again, and we ask for this ward. And frankly, if it doesn't come, then I'm going to go back and place it myself. And now we can go get this. So we've worked our way into an advantageous position. LeBlanc is on bot side. We can absolutely just take this now. We're just going to go for the cycle of procs plus a couple of these, and now I go in. Morgana, they need your damage. But that's what we do, right? We check all the boxes. We go up and we move up as a team. We get deep ward as a team. We take control of a quadrant as a team, and you move everything as a team. The idea of split pushing is usually misunderstood severely by people at this rank. Usually what they end up doing is just showing in side lanes, right? That's all they end up doing. Looks like we're gonna have an easy fight from there. We're good here. We're gonna go this. What else do we want? We'll just grab one of these. Game's probably over. We're gonna go pick up this wave though. En route, we don't want to give them anything back. This thing would stagnate here and actually cause a buildup. Anytime that your wave stops right here, just slightly out of the turret range, it means that the next wave is gonna stack up, kill some. This might just be an end angle for us, frankly, and maybe I should have just skipped this and gone straight here. 15 seconds. It's too little at this stage. It's close. It's almost an end, but we definitely win by just playing it safe. I don't mind the idea of taking one of these, but we are going to give stuff back now. It is a Baron buff. Maybe we just had it. I don't know. Maybe we just had it. And if I'd gone straight there and Morgana certainly should not be backing. Now, 4 people mid. I do have a moment where I could like tap this thing. I have 4 charges. You know what? I'm going to bring them over here. Fiddlesticks, 4 of them are all seen going top. We're going to allow for this. Don't need to worry about anyone shooting over this wall. So we're just going to pick up the 1100 gold for ourselves. And they will send someone for us, yeah? They have to. Is it time? Let's do it. It's time. I should have helped them, by the way. I was talking rather than trying to help to set up that play. Now, I did say that my team doesn't seem to know what this mid lane ward is. I do want to make sure that they don't have it, though. I don't want them to see our movements. Now mid lane is shoved in. We got this. Let's see, a proc over the wall. Careful not to get hit. It's my job to put pressure on this lane here. There could have been a fiddlesticks on that wall. We should keep on encouraging our team to be careful of fiddlesticks. Let's just ping the fiddle. Again, like, we're thinking of it doesn't mean everyone's thinking about it, right? We can't project our thoughts onto everyone else. And there's a chance that fiddlesticks gets a game-changing ultimate over a wall there, especially if he's backed up. Now, seeing a couple people there, it becomes increasingly unlikely. This is where it's going to really hurt that I don't have teleport. This, fast shoving was actually bad there, right? Nothing actually came up from this. What I'm going to have to do now is fight off this next wave that's coming in. It does let me move around, but I don't have the control ward and we're missing... No, why is Morgana top? Can you come support us? Oh, now we're just going to have hero mode Belveth. Not going to say forced into an awkward position, but... I was about to say one of the hardest skills is to make sure that you're not dropping any CS, and then I went and dropped the cannon. But that's just a testament to what focus does. I'm gonna have to re-break this mid wave. I'm setting this up for the Ashe. We actually want to get the Ashe the gold, especially since we just completed an item, just like before. I shouldn't have cast that. Oh, this guy's dead. That's why you don't go side lane, Mr. Friend. Even if you see us mid, you cannot be showing in that position. Now we have a kind of awkward split. Does he have teleport? Two. Not you. I don't know what I was hoping from that spot. But it does mean that they're alone in bot lane. So next Faker trick, F keys. This right here, no need to kill this ward. This ward's doing nothing. Jin's coming back up, that is something, right? So like that ward, those 4 auto attacks, that's 4 auto attacks that we don't get on structures. It's not that much damage, right? And realistically, your 4 autos aren't the ones that are killing anything, but it is the difference between your team already being right here, right? They could already all be in this position to kill this. If enemy team were united and all coming to try to defend this turret, then we might have problems. We're not going to have them in this game because they're not reacting, but you know, you want to be careful for that kind of thing. You don't want to open the door to give them outs. It's like giving them an extra draw or giving them an extra card in a poker hand. Belveth got huge though. Ashe got huge. Wait, they defended? Gragas, you need to body this Jin. He does not have enough auto attacks, and he doesn't have the Lichbane build either, so he's not. It's not like he's going to be damaging this turret. It is a good time for everyone to die. With 3 inhibs down and recently down, there's really no play for them. So I'm just going to chill up here. I'm going to see if we can't catch something wandering through the woods. There's 3, there's 4 of them showing. Lux is not coming out of the base, so it's just Fiddlesticks here. Could just go ult in on that guy. Timing was great. Now he has to respect a little bit. Now I also know where the plants are. That's one of the things that we did was scout out where there's a plant, make sure that we can heal back up. Oh, okay. Got you. As soon as we go out of vision, we cast that. Always wait till you go out of vision so they don't see it, right? Woo! They're locked into their base. We can just come right back out. And since we won't be shopping again, we're going to take this Baron and go straight into their base. We're going to turn it into a Sorcerer's Elixir. We had an okay game. There's definitely some things we did poorly. We definitely should not have stepped up for a trade right in this area when we knew that this area was contested with a recent ward. That was our biggest single mistake. And we got punished for it immediately, right? Well, that's just going for end. Interesting. That's one of the ways to not win the game. That's right. But we can't do the taunt, can we? Explain to me why. Yeah, we can, because it's guaranteed and you still have time. I think they said that in a nice way. We could give them that, but I think they had the angsty thing to say earlier too, right? Fascinating. This would be an amusing lane to watch. I'm guessing that these guys were like 1k units apart. Who do you think would win? Ash Morgana, whose job is it to step forward? Who's the poke lane? Who's threatening the all-in? Is it a skill matchup? How do you have to press? Obviously, everything got thrown for a loop at the beginning of this game with Bel'Veth on the early death. If I have to encourage Bel'Veth for one thing, it is always scan up, right? Your eyes have to bounce up. You don't want to be hyper-focused on your character. You want to be focused on the area around your character, including the minimap. So that means make the decision, and I like the decision, but then double check to make sure that your team is there and communicate what your plan is. Right, so I don't mind the Bel'Veth's plans. The level 1, the what was the other one in the middle of the game? They had another one that was like, are we not doing this? And then at the end, are we not ending? Each of those 3 in isolation can be good if you get your entire team to unite on them, which is why 5 plans like this, not as good as just 1. Right, 1 plan, 5 people moving together in 1 action, always going to be better. You just want to take a moment to, oh, it was Morgana up on the top lane, and then Bel'Veth going into their base, right? So like, if we're going into their base, yeah, that's fine if you've got all the support of all your mages and we're moving together, pushing that wave of vision upwards. But once you're on your own, then it becomes just a finger that can be broken off, right? The fist is here. They just take this. No matter how strong it is, they can just fight this by itself. And then suddenly your punch is lacking a little bit of its oomph. All right, so this looks, apart from the smiley face, nothing else makes sense here anymore, right? Let's go into the more concrete way to do it. No, that's wrong. So I think we have enough characters that we can roll with. What's up, guys? How you doing? What do you think of the Faker skins, the event? Happy to hear everybody's take. We're trying to get some Ahri games in. You guys may have noticed that we had all of the Faker what's its, but we played with the base skin because that's how Faker do. Move these guys out. All right, so Syndra, Aphelios, Lee Sin, Kennen. All right, so we have a team right here. This makes sense. So if you're mid lane, right, and this is your normal setup, one of the things that people are still not doing very well is as jungle and mid moving together, you push this together, and then as you move this, it allows you to then go somewhere else together. And at this level, you have a lot of back pinging from mid laners that are like, you're taking my farm, as if it means something. It's like that pressure is immediately going to give you more farm. So if you can think just 30 seconds ahead, what does it do for me to save mana? I have one less spell to cast to do this. Also, I can do it 5 seconds faster because someone's coming in with their full rotation. Lee Sin, for example, with Syndra as a classic pairing because you have very easy setup here. So whether or not you kill the laner is inconsequential. You push this lane up. Now they have to deal with this minion wave. Now, if you're coming here, and especially if it's a cannon wave, you're talking about a free 25-second window to go roam down here. That's enough time to come down, make a play, and come back. And if you're committing to something like a turret dive, you don't have time to come back. But if you're turret diving, you're presumably getting 500 gold worth of kills, shutdowns, turret plates, etc. And then you can recall, spend your gold, and come back anyways. So in these spots, when you're making this play, this is how you go. Mid jungle synergy, you go off, and then together, these guys push in the wave, and you move in. You pick someone that's going to draw the aggro. It's usually going to be someone like the AD carry that can lead off. They're just going to front all of their stuff, right? Especially if it's someone like Aphelios. I'm going to splash you, and then I'm going to root everybody, and I take my 2 turret shots, and I back off. And I'm going to be recalling after this anyways, so the rest of my health is inconsequential. You might also have someone like Syndra come in and or the Lulu, but generally it's going to be one of the casters. Then you want to have a plan. You either have a 1-2 plan, which is going to be jab, then reset, draw the aggro again, and then we'll come back in. Or you're just saying, I'm going to take aggro, and then I'm going to step back. Next person takes aggro, and then they step out as we consolidate the kills. It depends how much early health you chunk out of them and what kind of reaction time, because you do need to worry about enemy team that they might be on the move, right? If we have something like this, Zoe cleared that wave. If you don't see her immediately on that wave, or if you didn't get a ward, preferably like right here, so you can see rotations that are coming through their own jungle, you don't know that they're not coming to answer, and they might be able to turn this and turn it into a 4v4 where you're taking turret shots. So you're always being aware of this. But now after you make this play, you're going to notice that this play works in bottom because there's no place left to go. Where does this team retreat to, right? They're cut off on both sides. You can't just run away down to get away from that. Whereas if you try to do it mid, any direction of a gank can be answered with an equal and opposite fleeing direction, or basically you move the same direction they're moving, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You got 8 ways out of this lane, right? And whichever way they come through, if they come at you this way, you're easy to go this, right? And if they come that way, you're just running away from them in a straight line. And as long as they don't have someone collapsing on the other side, you're going to be okay. And 9 times out of 10, you can just move back into one of these pockets where you're going to be okay. But largely, it's going to be this one. It's just too big of a lane. There's too much space. You can pretend like you're moving this way and then come back to be more safe, etc., etc. Once you get into the mid game, though, right? Let's compare this line where we're going to have their team keeping their bot lane together, and we're going to put top laners just on an island. We're going to assume that they're still fighting each other. If we actually rotate to this and they don't, a couple things happen. For one, we're just stronger here. All right, we're going to be level 6. We're going to be okay. I mean, usually it's going to be about level 7, 8 from these laners. We're going to have like 9, 10 from the mids. When you are an AD carry, you are now fodder to every single person in the game. Literally everyone on their team can kill you. You're 50-50 against the AD carry. You're weaker than the support because they now have their completed support item, which means they probably have 2 items, right? And they're going to be stronger, even if it's an enchanter. Jungler, much stronger. Don't need to explain it. In mid lane, obviously much stronger. In fact, we're going to start getting into the territory where they're going to be hitting level 11 as we're 8, 9. We absolutely cannot withstand anything from them. They hit us with one spell, we're dead. All right, so first and foremost, that's how Misfortune is already dead. Now, that means Rakan needs to stay here. Rakan, his range now becomes this. Maybe a little bit of this as the wave is coming in, but only if they have really good wards in one little pocket can they keep Misfortune alive. So now we're talking about, I need to ward, if I want to get all the entrances, right, I need to have a ward here. I need to have a ward that gets them coming through this way, and a ward that gets them coming through this way. So I need to have all 3 of these wards, which essentially only give me this little pocket of freedom. And now we're using 2 different people to just control one little part of the map. Zoe can't even do anything with this, right? Maybe if there's Dragon Bot and bot turret is there and you've already pushed mid, then maybe you can explain this away where this like, okay, maybe this is an area where now Zoe can roam into this area that I've protected and we're a little bit stronger. But even then, compared to what the other team can do, 2v1, they're stronger in mid lane. They push out this minion wave. That pins the Zoe back. Now Zoe's stuck here. She can't go into that roaming window. Now the 2 of them can move up together. Suddenly Rakan's barrier is no good because the people who are coming in 4v maybe 4 if you have your jungler on this side, Zoe's gonna have to clear this wave or she's gonna have to abandon it. If she abandons it, enemy team's like, okay, sweet, we got turret damage and we got you to lose 6 minions, and then we just take wards right here. And if we're gonna swap to now red side wards, all right, now we've got a ward here and a ward here. Now we're gonna see whether or not you're defending. Right? Are you going to rotate through this area? Now we control your area. And if you step through this to go get new wards, we're going to know. Right? So we got the deeper wards. You had to go for a shallow line just to protect Misfortune. This is why this system just does not work at all. They're going to push up with numbers in mid lane. Then they're going to go and ward deeper than you got your ward. Then your wards expire. And over the course of 3 minutes, now we're going to flip the script on this where we just take this off the map. This off the map, this off the map, and now suddenly we don't even have this. Now we have to rotate back. We're not sure what's in this. Now we're going to have to play shallow wards in our own side of the jungle just to protect this guy who is still dead against anyone that faces off to them, except now we don't have any information about which channel they use. Now, as far as what the mid laner is going to do, right? Let's say that even if we have the great vision here, we're going to come up and push. We don't know who's on the Krugs. Someone could be here, someone could be here. They shouldn't be, but they could be. And unless we have pressure where we've already claimed this area for ourselves, no reason to come up. We're just going to take this wave and start rotating. While we rotate, now let's assume that they're actually answering correctly. If we pushed this first, this wave is coming into turret, they again are going to be forced to decide. Do I come and answer it? In which case, we now have numbers again in the mid lane, and as a team we can now rotate as a team, push as a team. Now we take control of this side. Now on this side, compare it to where we were. They reacted to us being strong, right? On this side of the map, Syndra came, pushed and rotated. They came and they tried to get defensive wards for themselves. Now we have a Zoe who's on the wrong side of the map, can't contest this, now can't control any of this area. And because we've moved as a team through this entire area, sorry, I shouldn't have grabbed all of them. Now because we've moved as a team through this area, now we control this spot. Now Zoe's pinned with a bad choice and a bad choice. Keep in mind, these are the only wards you see. So I could draw a line of scrimmage saying like, this is what we see on the map, and we don't see any of this. This is what we see. So Zoe is in a tough spot. Can I go out and challenge this next wave? Not really. She probably has to go collect this wave, do it slowly so that it stacks up on her side, let the next wave come to her, then she can clear this. But now she's 30 seconds behind the tempo. Congratulations, you've got the push for yourself, but now this wave's going to come. They're going to battle right here. What are you going to do? This area is not being contested. The one spot on the map that where you are stronger with your mid laner, enemy team's already here and they're controlling. So that's the concept of mid lane and AD carry macro, why you have to swap your positions, why you need to go and move together as a team. And then it's an ace effect, right? Ace is going to be, I'll put it in here, assess, communicate, effectuate. Right? You have to put these things into your mind. You have to know what the plan is. Then you have to tell your team what the plan is and help them to move together. And then you have to do it together. And obviously, the lower level you are, the less likely it is that you're going to have these things together. But you can be responsible for your part. What can you do? You can say, this is the right play. Let me communicate it to my team, and I will start doing it. And now we've already made significantly more progress than the enemy team has, and this is potentially a way that you can jump ahead in your game. So hopefully that makes sense. We went a little bit longer on our fast five, but that is an important distinguishing factor between people who know the macro and people who don't, and why it works. And realistically, if you just take some time to thought puzzle it yourself, logic puzzle, you should be able to find that. And really, if you just lay down, step away from the screen and take a little break to lay down, close your eyes, and just think about the game, how it works, you will grow tremendously. Because most of us just go in gameplay, all right, action, and we don't really assimilate or process what's going on. If you want to get good quickly, you need to spend some time out of the game where you are thinking about the game. And in those moments is where you can come up with those critical insights. In game, that means not typing to people, especially not when it's anything negative. You just have to try to ignore as best as you can, just take their thought and compartmentalize it and say, that's not going to stop me. I'm just going to continue to communicate the good things to them. And if they start spamming the chat, then you just say, okay, let's just buckle down and focus and at least do the first two parts with pings and seeing what you can get. But those are the steps you can take. And if you think about the game, when you're in game, you can get those critical insights by not typing and actually spending time thinking actively, where am I going? Every moment that you spend typing is one where you're risking not having that insight, where you might miss someone on the mini map. You might miss a thought of like, oh, I forgot to press tab this time around to see what my opponents are working with, etc., etc. We've got time for one more game, and then we're going to take a little lunch break, and then it will be coaching time. Do you guys wish that you could isolate these things so that you could have the signature, for example, have the takedown on the turrets, have the taunt, but not have to use the skin? I guess there's nothing else like that in the game, and I guess they would have to give your account something new. It's like taunts. You'd have to equip your taunts. But you could do. Heroes of North had it. Does Dota have it? I don't know. All right, that game was a lot tougher than it needed to be because of a couple early fumbles, including not having teleport. See, like, the best plan might be let support go here. I'm basically one-tricking Ahri, so there's no reason to not be here up in a high spot. And now we get a better lane for counter-picking sometimes. At low levels, they may not have the champion pool to do it. You may not want them to do it, but in theory, this is what you want. Unless you have something like a Master Yi in the jungle that doesn't want to get counter-picked by Rammus types, etc. Now, this could be a Tristana mid. Tristana mid is actually a really bad matchup for Ahri, and one that forces us. No, I think that probably rules it out. Now, Twisted Fate. Twisted Fate. Much harder for us to get first strike damage out on, not only because he outranges us in the lane. We do have the longest spell on the Q. We can dodge his Q just fine. We are going to have a pushing advantage at 3, 5, and 7, slightly. But it's going to be hard to get first strike, because to do it, we have to commit to a play, in which case he might jump on top of us. We're also looking at these two that might slam on us, hit the brakes on us hard. I don't know what I want to commit to yet with this. But it is super good, super strong late game. Got scaling from top. Mumu's already very, very strong into this. We have a couple melees, Shaco and Ahri, who dashes kind of on the edge. So Mumu is exceptionally good. It's also going to empower all the effects of the Lux and Twisted Fate, so we want to be careful of this. This is almost certainly a Cosmic Insight game, so we can play for side lanes. We've got very good siege. Shaco Blitzcrank Caitlyn is actually a very nice combination. All right, so they're gonna double down that they're the team fight. So we're gonna play like we are the split push. We're gonna scale into side lanes. We're gonna keep this. This is a movement game for sure, and I don't think that we're gonna be trading with this guy much like this. This is Jack of all trades, by the way. Some of this, oh, this is not us because we sorted to D2, but Jack of all trades, very, very strong rune. We want Cosmic Insight because I think we're going to have to pull our teleports in response to something here, but they may have swindled us a little bit. All right, we have a Blitz, so if Blitz lands Q, then I want to have access to my E. That is the only world where I level the E, is if he lands this first. I'm going to ping here, communicate to the team that this is what we're doing. Shaco can, I've got my fingers ready on the level. Wait for him to flash. Let's do that. That time we aimed it where even if it didn't hit him, it was going to hit the Caitlyn behind. What can we do with this? That's an Amumu death. They've shown that they're willing to move together, although someone on their team at this ranks, you might have people that say, like, F you, I'm not going where you go anymore. Stuff like that can happen. Let's try to get information on Amumu's start position without risking ourselves. I have to be hard on the auto attacks. Oh, we did see, we confirmed the Twisted Fate World Atlas. Now we're going to go here. Any ward that was placed here will not see us on this edge. We're going to go ahead and get this down. We're going to put it in there to make sure that it procs. This thing is going to dissipate. Oh, there we go. We spotted him anyways. Just going to hard auto attack here. Hey, did one of those stop? I have missed one. I don't know why they changed like this, right? None of those attacked me. None of them should have been swapping aggro. Now, a little mistake I made for myself. I did not watch where the Amumu went. I'm going to assume he went top. But there's a chance that he went for like a little bit of an invade. Now, I don't want to actually hard push this yet because I don't want the wave to rebound. I don't want to be in a position where I don't know where Amumu is and have me be stuck where they can maybe roam and like invade the Shaco, for example. So instead, I'll take this moment to just push a little bit, get a little bit of an HP lead, and then we'll try to work on getting our vision. Now these 2 minions that pop is enough to get us this level. Again, we're going to do this trick where we level up the spell as we're casting it. And now we have a pushing advantage here.
An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
Now we can crash this. Now we can go in. We can help the Shaco to invade now. Because this guy's going to be stuck with another wave reinforcing, so he's going to be highly incentivized to stick it out. Now, did Amumu actually counter jungle? I think he wants to place this ward. 100% you want to place that ward right there. I'm not going to stick around waiting for him to do it. I could have communicated that earlier. There's a chance that Amumu's just in our jungle, and this is the price I'm paying for not watching whether or not Amumu went up or down here. Now it's level 3, which means 2 Qs. 2 Qs is enough to push the wave. This is what we wanted with the 2Q start. We want to make sure that we have control of this wave and that we're kind of locking Lux into position. I'm not in any rush to cast it. We're going to do it now, though. Let's get some of these a little bit dead. This is enough to keep. Ooh. Should have just zoned from behind anyways. Now we go and invade. 100%. In fact, this is our Q now. That. Thank you very much. Do you have smite? You have smite. Just smite it. Now this is a spot where I might not want to level up my Q, right? It's already going to be lethal for this back one, and 2 Qs is already going to be lethal for backline. So there's no reason for me to want the mana cost, and especially in a position where I'm in. It doesn't actually help me get to anywhere that I'm trying to go. Right? Like that Q, it's still going to be 2 Qs to clear this wave. And this is an important step because I'm controlling my mana costs here. Mumu's in the bot lane. It ends up that he did go for this clear, but he must have taken these camps because he's higher level. He's got more than... No, he does not. Alright, he's fine. Now I'm going to hover left because I know that Amumu's right. This one I am going to level up. That's actually a dangerous move by me to go over that far. Let's see, 75. We have a Doran's Ring. And we're back. All right, Merc Treads plus what? Or is it just... I shouldn't have stood where the wave was. That means I get to stay here for this wave, I guess, but that was suboptimal. I would have much rather been teleporting here. I'm gonna go step back. I'm gonna fix that mistake. Do we teleport in the bot lane? That'll be a question for sure. Really? How did they see that? Don't come this way. Come over the wall. Come over the wall. No, they're running away. My goodness. They're lucky. Alright, you know what? No. We are going to be in a shoving war with this Lux, so I just want to get through this. She is going to be looking to recall, so I'm just trying to spam here. One hit on each of these. This is the rank. You want to know all of your timers here as mid lane mages. You want to know which breakthroughs are going to go and whether or not you do it with which items, right? Sometimes it's completed items, sometimes it's level 7, sometimes it's if you go Merc Treads then you need level 9, etc, etc. Alright, this will tell me now. She's got the pushing advantage against me. I can contest and I can fight through it a little bit. We're strong here. Have to get back into the bush though. Team? You gotta finish the play, bro. Did they like use all their cooldowns on the dragon or something? That might be on me. And you know what? I didn't communicate exactly what I was thinking, so that could easily just be on me. And he turned away and juked me on the thing. Okay, I need to recalibrate myself for this Blitzcrank. They and I are on clearly different pages. We'll just get out of here and move along. That's a little bit frustrating. Now, who do we actually care about? Is it going to be Tristana? Tristana's mega. So part of me doesn't... Part of me wants to not go Merc Treads. I think we just have to go like this, and we'll have to spend the rest of our effort on making sure that it's Tristana that we target in fights. Maybe that was a bad engage angle, and certainly I didn't communicate it to my team, so I gotta be better here. This is part of the game where Garen starts taking over against Gnar, but unfortunately with a 15 CS and 2 kill deficit, it might not work. That is huge that we just got that shut down. Twisted Fate is spotted. Careful, not like Kite, just wait, literally just wait for us. Turn for me. That's what I wanted. Jacob's not enough. Could have gone a little bit deeper. There's a lot of things. My goodness. We just need to play better ourselves. I need to swap back. This is a mistake. I went for the Ghost Poro build and I went to play like this, which is no good. guy's gonna lose his mega. No, I have to cover mid. I need to get the fast push before I can go for anything on the side lanes. Guy's on another killing spree. Yikes. I'm dead? Hope not. Next level. Merc treads. Alright, what do we want? What do we want? We need to make sure that what's-her-face dies, so we're going to go here for sure. And then it's going to be this as well, and we haven't picked up our Dark Seal yet, so time for that. Although it might be a little bit late by some measurements. Maybe we should have gone for a Control Ward. Alright, so the good news is Tristan is random AF and he's just going to keep on playing super aggro the whole game. Bad news is they are tremendously big. Keeping the other spells, by the way, it might be tempting to use your lower mana spells, the W or the E. The problem is W and E are much more important for combat relevance, and you have to be careful about putting those spells on cooldown when you have the options. Alright, let's go and dive this bot lane. Oh, I just walked into it and I didn't have my thing running. I went for max damage, we didn't have enough vision. This was a vision loss, by the way. They have vision in this bush because they're in it. They have vision in this bush. We only just now got vision here, and we haven't gotten anything anywhere else. So they're able to play with freedom, where they can see all their targets. We can't. That's the big advantage that they have in this fight. I don't think I can get here in time, right? I missed because he jumped at an angle. That's on me. That's entirely on me. This is so bad. I'm looking at Tristan and not thinking of Twisted Fate. I'm thinking about responding to this Blitzcrank. Just not something I need to do at all. Like, the fact that Blitz wasn't there for that is very bad for our team. No, you cannot go up there, guys. Going here to stay away from any wards that might be placed on these angles. It's okay to miss a minion to obfuscate what your plans are. Now they're in our side. Caitlyn can't go any further, and I've seen them. They've revealed. That's fine. I've gone as far as I need to go. No reason for this guy to be checking this. Luckily, this guy's got no damage to show for, so... Right.
Your turret has been destroyed.
This is Garen's field day right now. Alright, we're going to take the advantage to push up. We don't get any Baron or anything out of this, but we do get to push this, and we get to push this. No one should be taking any recalls here, because we're going to lose nothing by not being on the map somewhere else in 30 seconds. Shaco's doing the worst possible thing, which is taking your own camps. I'm gonna go take this before it crashes and before I cycle. They're back on the map. Nothing they can really do for it. We can give Dragon and go take Baron. But chances of that happening in this gold game are very low, so we're gonna have to see what it is. But either way, we can communicate to our team that this is the play that we're hoping for, and see what comes of it. But if they commit to it, then we have to abide by their wishes. No, no, no. Dragon is bait and Baron is free. Thoughts? Like we have absolutely nothing to play for here. They have access to this area before we do. We're just going to be inting away kills, and now we're forced into a position where we're trying to answer. I don't know. It's just awful. It's just awful. Hopefully my teleport scares them a little bit. Maybe there's an area where we can say that they might like predictably overcommit. I don't know that we're in that spot though. This is Dragon working a path to the right. He still sees me. Shoot, I did that too early. Which means I need to run all the way over here to hide with the Garen. Oh, nothing good about it. I'm not happy about being right. I need to like help them to communicate. Now we just have to figure out a better plan. This is the biggest spike. We can start going for this. Now let's see. This wave is coming into my territory. I'm okay to pick this up and shove it back. There's gonna be a second wave stacking on top that's matching with them. It's right here right now. So we're just going to take this. We're going to crash this as much as it takes. This wave is going to be fine. It's also going to be slightly on our side of the map. Not worth going out there. All right, guys, this area is dark. I can't go. I could have decided to just hold the wave a little bit, creating a slow push, but instead I knew that I needed to get over here quickly. What is going on? How are you possibly recalling, dude? Because he doesn't have wards. Got you. All right, well. Team is lost. Alright, enemy team's strong here. I could try to go with them. They've got a Baron buff. Maybe we think that we get a pick here. If someone on their team called for a recall, then in fact, you know, there absolutely is a kill here. We just need to make sure that people are dodging long enough to stay alive.
Killing spree.
Alright, we're going to take this one. What do we do with this wave? We're going to fast shove it because they're on a recall. They're on a Baron timed recall, so there's really not much for us to get here. So we're just trying to kill as much of that wave as possible before they turn it back into us. Cannon and all. Now, rest of the team's up here, so Lux is actually alone. Potentially. And she might decide to get sneaky. She won't right there. Alright, we have to back out. Lux is up here. We're going to take the advantage to push this wave out again.
Enemy killing spree.
Alright, we get something for our team. It's not great, but it's something. Go. I wanted to hit him as he turned into that. I'm not where you left me. You're crazy if you think I'm going to stick around there for that. Whew. Alright, we're getting work done. Unfortunately, we didn't get the kills, so we don't get the, we don't get enough gold to get the Rabadons. Now 2 people are dead. That ruins their push. They are going to be back up in time for Dragon. So if we want to have any kind of presence for this right here, try to keep... maybe going in this way was a little blind, was a little bit of a mistake. I'd like to communicate to my team, like the Blitzcrank, that... CC. Beautifully done. That's almost enough. I have teleport, so you know what? If I go pick up this cannon here, we're gonna have enough for our Rabadons. Longest range spell is the E, of course, and this wave was coming back to us like we said. We're actually gonna leave it like this. I don't want to push it anymore because this I want to stack up as much as possible. I also want to get out of here ASAP because every second counts. My ability to teleport back into this is very much hindered by me staying any longer.
An ally has been slain. Shut down.
Shaco's farming camps. I mean, it is the best camp to farm, but no, it's not even. We don't even have the red buff, right? They do. All right, we try to make a kill here. We step away from this. Nothing for us to get here. They always try to move away, huh? We'll find our way through this game, guys. We'll find our way through this game. Oh, he moved him out of the... He pulled him out of the Q2. Two people dead. This ward does nothing. Oh, Tristana jump is down. That's beautiful. Alright, that means we can actually go ham right here. Got you. You're in an animation, my friend. Yo, team, 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 team. Team, team, team. Oh my gosh. There we go. At least Tristana's dead. Like, everyone's singular plan needs to be to fight for that all-in. They're trying to contest in a 3v5, right? You just want to punish them 100%. No one should be thinking about stepping back at all. Alright, I think we found our way through this game. We've got Garen, who's outskilled the Gnar, although because of the turbo feed early, we still have an item deficit. A little bit tough. Blitzcranks does step up. We get this inhib for ourselves. We're going to have to keep this teleport. As soon as this guy goes mini, Garen's got him with flash. As long as he's not hitting 16, like right there. What do we think? Is it time? It's a little bit committal. I'm going to communicate to my team that I'm on my way here. This cannon will die. Unfortunate, but we'll be able to pick up the rest and create a slow push back. Gonna have to stick around for this wave that's coming up. Ended up with no Lich Bane this game. Maybe we should just go Lich Bane. One minion alive does not a slow push make, but we do have really good control wards now for this area. We just need to push here. We need to get this vision, and then we're good. They do have a Twisted Fate, which I need to be... Oh no. Alright, I don't actually have my teleport. I pressed the button, and it would have been awful if I had actually done it. Alright, that's enough of a fight. Supers are coming in. It's just... This guy and Garen is completely scaled up here. So I think we're okay to just push. Twisted Fate is dead, which is public enemy number 1. There's the Lux. That means Lux isn't answering this. We do get a little bit of chip damage here. Seven. Now, if you're the carry, like the soul carry, you're 11-1, 11-0, then you go Void Staff. But if you've got other people on your team that are contributing, you can go here. We're gonna call it quits on this. We've got 2 wards on the table anyways. So it's gonna get some amount of AP off of the eyeball collection, but with that swapping to it earlier kind of screwed us up. We're looking for teleport angles. Mid is pushing. This is the next lane that we want to have going. Amumu's trying to counter engage. That's gonna get him killed here. Dead. Got that one. Supers are in. Stopping backs is the best way. That hit. Watch this. Nope, it's not gonna be enough. Piss off the... Oh, hello. I didn't see the Tristana hadn't cleared out. Maybe they did that because they saw that I wasn't there. Or they saw me go through vision, going to stop backs rather than pushing. Oh, that's the worst possible ending. No, it wasn't even him, right? It was a Mumu, and so Tristana respawned and came back out? That's on me. That's on me. That is on me big time. That's soul as well. I have teleport, and Tristana's dead. All right, so we can contest this. No, like where's Shaco going? Like, you don't need to be doing this, right? You're playing as if you're the only person on the team by doing it that way. Yeah, Mumu's dead, which means we're going to be in a good spot. Shaco's also dead though. Where's my teleport? Is it right here? No, this is a ghost portal, right? How did I get? I tried to lock myself. I tried to not get locked up in that animation. Instead, we did. Thought we had an angle. Could have played it better. So like what Shaco did here, turning on Sweeper and coming this way, you isolate yourself from your team. It's not a team play. Now everyone else has to go through vision. You having the best dodging ability in the game, and the fact that you can disjoint spells, you can do everything else involved in fronting. Like, yeah, you're kind of squishy, but you can step up. If you're the one that's jumping over, now your Q's on cooldown, now your team doesn't have vision. It's actively making the game much harder for your teammates. Maybe I do actually need this Banshee's Veil. This Twisted Fate's been hitting me with stuns, and they have enough follow-up CC that the Merc Treads has not been enough. Has 4 items. Can we stop backs here?
Destroyed a turret. An ally has been slain.
Playing way too safely here. Alright, now that wave's double stacked, it's big enough to start pushing. We can go with our team to mid. We also would like to get this 1500 gold. There is a world where we want to stick around to try to get that resource, but it's too far away. It's not like we can just get it off of one wave, and we'd have to go too far into enemy territories to make it happen. We don't want them to see 2 of us, so no reason to fight over that. I'm going to stay in the shadows. There's a chance that they see us. In fact, I think I want to do this now. Go up, we clear out as many wards as possible. Couldn't get it off.
You have slain an enemy.
maybe there was better setup where we can get that pick and then go for the rest. All right, gonna take a small break, and that'll be the end of the stream. We got a coaching session to go into, probably some things I need to coach on myself. We'll take a look at those later. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I appreciate you. Let me know in the comments what you think of the skin, the boycott, what's going on with all that. I'll catch you guys next time. Keep it surreal. Peace.